Hello, sir. Good morning. This is our integrated company analysis presentation on the Aboitiz Power Corporation. I am Mr. Susas of Group 1, and I am here with Miss Barcelona, Miss Heron, Miss Mendoza, Miss Olivar, and Mr. Kaga and Mr. Karan. Next slide. This will be the flow of our presentation. We will start with the introduction to be presented by Miss Olivar.
Aboitiz Power Corporation, or also known as Aboitiz Power, is a well-known Filipino-owned company that is considered one of the country's leading power producers. They primarily engage in power generation and distribution, along with other power-related businesses and investments under the Aboitiz Group. They initially harnessed hydropower generation as their energy source in the year 1978 and eventually became globally recognized for their clean energy portfolio. And they only further diversified their generation assets, expanding to solar energy, geothermal plants, wind energy, and other thermal energy sources until they became the Philippines' leading renewable energy provider. Next slide, please. Through diversifying their energy resources, this also ensures a reliable and continuous supply of energy, reducing the risk of depending on a single power source. This also positions them strategically in the midst of the global shift towards sustainable energy. Moreover, their integrated structure of being involved in both power generation and distribution, especially that they have a widespread power distribution businesses, it creates a stable cash generation for the company. They also have an attractive dividend policy where their dividends increase consecutively through the years, which allows them to have stable, healthy, profitable, and reliable income for shareholders. Displays a commitment to shareholder value, which in return creates established relationships with various strategic partners.
For our economic analysis, after the pandemic, the Philippine economy bounced back with a GDP growth of about 5.5% to 6% in 2025, which supports higher electricity demand and helps avoid this power's cash flow. With inflation peaked at 8.7% in early 2023, the BSP tightened its policy, and since then, prices have slowly stabilized, meaning fewer chances of sudden interest rate hikes. In 2024, the peso traded around 55 pesos to 57 pesos per US dollar, and global events like the Ukraine war made imported fuel and foreign loans more expensive for energy companies. Next slide, please. The country's frequent power outages also added risk by reducing productivity and increasing cost, which can hurt investors' confidence. Still, with the current account deficit expected to improve and the shift towards renewable energy, Aboitiz Power can reduce this risk and help create a more stable and sustainable economy.
For the market and industry analysis, Aboitiz Power is a key player in the Philippine energy sector, managing both traditional and renewable power sources. By expanding its solar, hydro, and geothermal capacity, the company aims to boost clean energy in its portfolio by 2030, reflecting its commitment to sustainability and meeting the country's growing demand for reliable, eco-friendly power. Next slide. The company's strategy focuses on investing in new renewable projects, improving the efficiency of its existing power plants and strengthening the reliability of power delivery across Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. By doing so, Aboitiz Power positions itself to stay ahead of competitors and support the country's long-term energy security. While earnings can fluctuate due to market conditions, fuel costs, and maintenance cycles, the company's diversified portfolio helps cushion these effects. Moving forward, Aboitiz Power is set to play a leading role in guiding the Philippines toward a greener energy system, balancing affordability, stability, and sustainability. Next slide.
Aboitiz Power Corporation is a publicly listed company on the Philippine Stock Exchange that issues common shares to investors, giving them ownership, voting rights, and access to dividends and company growth. As of March 24, 2025, most shares are held by major shareholders such as its parent company and strategic partners, while the rest are publicly owned. AP primarily offers common stock rather than preferred shares, meaning investors gain both the potential and rewards and risk tied to the company's performance. In this figure, we will see the price movement of AP stock from 2018 to 2025. Between 2018 and 2019, Aboitiz Power Corp's shares have been rejected and consolidated for a while. Every time the price tried to push above the resistance level between 39 pesos and 40 pesos, investors sold their stocks, which made the price move back down. On the other hand, whenever the price tries to push beyond the support level between 27 pesos and 28 pesos, investors decided to buy more stocks and prevent the price from falling further below the support level. The consolidation movement indicates that the investors weren't sure what to do until they decided to sell more stocks, which finally pushed the price below the support level in early 2020 and reached 20 pesos. Since then, the price movement consolidated again until mid 2021 when the price went back up to 34 pesos. The price movement has been on an uptrend until now, and the current value is at 39.85 pesos. Next slide, please.
So for dividends, as you can see in the table, from 2018 to 2025, Aboitiz Power Corporation exhibited a strong commitment to enhancing shareholder value through consistent dividend distributions, which varied from 1.39 pesos per share to a peak of 2.35 pesos in 2025. Despite a temporary reduction during the COVID-19 pandemic, the company demonstrated resilience by promptly increasing dividends, thereby reflecting robust financial performance and adept capital management.
For the bonds analysis of Aboitiz Power Corporation, issued different kinds of bonds in the past, such as fixed-rated retail bonds, corporate notes, and institutional bonds, but it focuses more in issuing fixed-rated bonds, such as in the 2020 fixed-rated bonds with two series E, F. For Series F, the coupon rate is 3% with a 5-year term and aggregated amount of 550 billion, and a Series E bonds with a coupon rate of 3% with a 2-year term with an aggregated amount of 9 billion. They both have a stable outlook rated, which means that their interest rates or coupon rates are stable and do not go down or up. And for the 2021 first tranche bonds, the first tranches bond is a fixed rated bond that is issued on March 16 with an interest rate of 3% per annum in a term of 5 years and aggregated amount of 8 billion. And for the second tranche of bonds, the fixed rated bond with an aggregated amount of 6 billion, Series B and C, this was issued on December 2 with a consisting of Series B having an interest of 3% with a term of 5 years and Series C with an interest rate of 5% and a term of 7 years. So both have been rated by the PIL rating with a stable outlook. And for the 2025 debt security program with a aggregated principal amount of 100 billion, the first tranche of bonds consists of several series, which is have a Series A coupon rate of 5% with a 2-year bond, the Series B with a coupon rate of 6% and 5-year with a 5-year bond due, and Series C with a coupon rate of 6% and a 10-year bonds due.
Moving on to fundamental and risk analysis, between 2020 and 2025, Aboitiz Power demonstrated steady profitability with a return on equity of around 16% and net margins in the mid-teens, indicating strong sector performance. Although the company's debt-to-equity ratio is manageable, liquidity challenges are evident with a current ratio of approximately 0.76, and the stock is cautiously valued at a price or earnings ratio of 8 to 10 amid regulatory and commodity price uncertainties. So for risk analysis, Aboitiz Power Corporation has achieved significant financial success. However, it faces multiple challenges including operational, credit, and political risks that may affect its performance and reputation in the market. Operational risks from natural disaster can disrupt power generation and erode investor confidence, while lingering credit risks from payment delays could lead to stock price declines, and regulatory changes may affect profit margins and investment returns. Overall, despite various risks identified, APC has a strong commitment to face those threats.
Now for the recent issues and challenges of the company. Aboitiz Renewables Incorporated President and CEO James Villaroman highlighted the use of renewable energy as it addresses the critical issue of energy security that the country needs. But the energy transition from carbon to clean energy, without a doubt, has its challenges. So the first issue is the limited availability of power transmission infrastructure. Now, most of the company's projects are found in remote areas due to the abundance of the natural resource and the affordability of land. However, because of the limited availability of this transmission infrastructure, this creates a problem in driving power to places or areas where it is needed. Second is the slow pace and complexity of permitting processes, or which he refers to as bureaucratic hurdles. Now, the lengthy processes in securing permits poses a significant challenge where it could result to financial losses. Third is the expensiveness of constructing these necessary transmission lines. So this leads to discouragement and delay in investing to these renewable energy projects. And because of this, there is a need to find stable and long-term investors in financing these large-scale renewable energy projects. So this is because the banks usually prefer to finance projects that are guaranteed to have um, revenue streams. So with the nature of these renewable energy projects, this becomes an issue. Next slide, please.
So, in connection to Ms. Cassandra's report about the issues and challenges that the company is facing, the effect of it to its bondholder and shareholders, the effect would first slower revenue growth, lower dividends, and lower share prices. Second, decrease in investors if new shares are issued. Third, strain investors' return due to rising expense and lower profits. And fourth, pressure investors to decide whether to invest or not, given to the growing expenses and increased debt. So, due to these recent challenges and issues, it would affect the shareholders in a way that would lead to additional costs in their side of the company. On the other hand, the bondholder would also face risks such as strains on cash flows or cashbacks to their accounts, which would affect repayments, but they would still have less effect from the short-term profitability changes.
Now, to address these issues, Aboiti's Power Chief Investment Officer Joseph Lacson calls for a robust policy framework. Now, this aims to advocate fair and stable set of government rules that addresses regulatory uncertainties, bureaucratic problems, and integration issues. This framework also encouraged continuous efforts from the academe, scientists, and industry professionals in the innovation and development of renewable energy technologies. And he also calls for the involvement and cooperation of power producers, the government, and the public sector, as well as investments from banks and financial institutions. They also emphasize the importance of having a multifaceted approach. Now, this means having diverse energy sources in further expanding the company's generation portfolio, which they currently do and continue to do. But this approach highlights the company's adaptation of a combination of technologies by continuing the use of traditional yet dispatchable energy sources, such as coal and natural gas. Now, this strategically alleviates them from the transitioning issues and further ensures energy security in the country.
So, in the comparative insight, why do companies should ban? Avoid this power operate the capital-intensive energy sector, which is requires a large investment to build a power plant, expand renewable energy, and modernize the distribution system. To meet this financial demand, the company issued both stock and bond as part of its strategic approach. The purpose of the stock is to provide a long-term capital for major energy project without creating a debt. The bonds offer the additional funding while maintaining the full ownership control. To avoid this power issue, stock and bonds because the company work in a sector that needs a lot of money to build and improve the energy projects. By offering stocks, the company gets a long-term funds without needing to pay them back. By offering bond, it can borrow money while keeping a full control of the company. Using both help avoid this power with a big project cost of the balance in its finances for the future growth. Next. So benefits and trade-off. So Ben equity, by issuing stock, Aboitiz Power raises the money for the long-term project like renewable energy plant without having to repay them. In trade-off, selling the stock means existing the owner's share of control or malesen yung control nila sa company. In bonds, by issuing bonds, Aboitiz Power keep the full owner of the company in the interest to pay its tax deductible, reducing this overall cost. However, they must pay the bondholders regularly with the odds of this financial risk and profit drop. Next. So different investors choose a different type of investment based on their comfort with risk. Risk-averse investor prefer bonds because they provide a steady and unpredictable interest payment, making them safer. Risk taker prefers stock because they can earn more through the dividends and prices increases, though the, though there's a higher chance of losing money.
Aboitiz Power continues to play an important role in the country's push for a stable and sustainable power supply. The company is gradually expanding its renewable energy projects, while still maintaining its conventional power plants to ensure reliability. When it comes to financing, Aboitiz Power uses both stocks and bonds to support its operations and future developments. Investors who are looking for steady and predictable income may prefer the company's bonds, which are backed by strong credit ratings. On the other hand, those who are willing to take on more risk for potential long-term growth may consider investing in its stocks. Even with market challenges and regulatory hurdles, the company has shown strong financial planning and adaptability, making it a dependable choice for different types of investors. Thank you for listening.